Yellow duckies, and welcome to Seeds of Calamity. My name's Viola. If you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. This is a demo from the Steam Next Fest, and it is a farming sim set 20 years after a great calamity has hit the world. So let's hop in and see what's going on with this. Now, first things first, you go into options, we have accessibility. Now, I have already turned off screen shake. It was set to on. I've also turned off controller rumble, even though I don't have my controller turned on. We also have options for changing the length of the day, slower fishing, combat turns auto end, brighter nighttime. Item placement indicator is already auto set. Item placement error indicator, I don't know what that's supposed to be. And then we have a bunch of different options for our HUDs. Now, if I do, that feels off. I like the lower definition. And then you've got actual, like, colors that you can change up if you are colorblind and you can't see any of the, like, one of these. Then you can adjust it as needed, which I feel is absolutely awesome. So let's hop into a new game. We'll go with that. My name is Viola, and we're gonna name my little companion Gloria, because she's generally around me anyway. I think she's on my bed right now. So you want yes, not be able to change this in the future? Okay. A war was fought between two proud nations. It was a relentless cycle of conflict and betrayal that had long since forgotten any memory of why it began. Dragon! In a desperate attempt, a great and powerful beast was summoned. This beast was known as the Great Calamity. Ooh. It raced across the land, causing untold destruction in its wake. As it descended on the capital city of Arnfell, a call for aid rang out. Many warriors answered the call and attacked the horrible beast. Though the warriors fought bravely, many were lost. Finally, the remaining warriors stood together and landed a killing blow to the beast. The destruction caused by the Great Calamity was so devastating that the rulers of each country agreed to a peace treaty. Now that the war was over, the long process of healing could begin. And that is why you're here. My name is Estrid, and I'm the mayor here in Pine Lily Village. It's been nearly 20 years since the Great Calamity, but the capital city of Arnfell is still rebuilding. Villages like this one provide supplies to the capital to help with the reconstruction effort, as well as provide resources to the Adventurers Guild. When the guild requested land for a member to cultivate, I was happy to give them the old farm outside the village. I know the life of a farmer was probably not what you were expecting when you signed up for the Adventurers Guild, but I promise village life can be quite fulfilling. Oh, well, aren't you just wonderful? I haven't seen a spellbook companion in quite some time. I've heard they're very loyal and can be taught quite powerful spells. If you're interested in combat with your companion, there's a dungeon north of the village. Once you've settled in, I'm sure our guild liaison, Tonna, will give you some information. Oh, great timing! Lady Valeska, I want to introduce you to our new adventurer turned farmer, Viola. They're a member of the Adventurers Guild and are going to fix up the old farm. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a retired professor from the Arnfell Academy. I offer my magical expertise and spellcrafting services to all who live here. For a price, of course. Since you're here to help with the Arnfell reconstruction effort, I wish to gift these enchanted tools. They're far superior to the average farming tools. These tools have been enchanted to enhance their capabilities and will never break. If you wish to upgrade them further, speak with me later. Excellent. Now that you have your tools, let's go see your new home. Please follow me. Well, here we are. I know it's not much to look at now, but I'm sure you'll have it looking good as new with a little elbow grease. Maybe a lot of elbow grease. You may sell anything you wish simply by placing it in the wooden crate to the left of your farmhouse. Once a day, I'll gather the items for sale to Arnfell. Oh, and remember the Adventurers Guild posts weekly requests for goods that they'll pay extra gold for. Make sure to check the crate each week to see what goods are most requested. One last thing. Here's some seeds and gold to get you started. Alright, I think that's enough for now. I know you've had a long journey, so please take your time to get settled in and start fresh tomorrow morning. You have a lot of work ahead of you. Bright and sunny tomorrow. Oh, okay. And this is for cooking. Okay. And protein recipes, drink recipes. I like that we have it separated. Harvest, proteins, and drinks. Collect books by buying them from Yuri or finding them throughout the world. Okay. I get a library? Nobody told me I was going to get a library. I'm all for this. Oh gosh. Open inventory queue. You can drop items by selecting an item, then clicking outside the inventory. Okay, that makes sense. Journal. This tab. Okay. Thank you. Welcome. To get you started, you should clear some space on your farm and plant those seeds I gave you. Growing crops will give you resources and gold once sold. Just so you know, in the evening, everyone goes to the tavern to wind down. Make sure you stop by sometime. Happy you're here, Estrid. Items appear in the chest will arrive at your crafting station on your farm. Then can upgrade the chest capacity. Stack items using stack button. Okay, so that's farm storage. This is a crafting bench. An old broken ritual stone. This could be used to transmute materials once it's repaired. Okay. Placed items will sell each day when you sleep. The guild request items will sell for 30% more than normal. Guild requests will refresh every 7 days. So, coral root, mud bass, and crystallized slime. Alright, well, I guess first things first, let's do some clearing so that we can start planting. Do I need any sort of, like, decorations, like, I guess I don't need any sort of, like, scarecrow or anything like that, because it doesn't say anything about that. Watering can never runs out of water. Yay! I should also mention that this is a solo developed, unless it rains, crops need to be watered every day, yeah. Made by somebody who actually enjoyed farming sims, so it should have all that, those good feels. Or at least you would hope so. What's this way? Hello? Oh. There you are. Estrid asked me to help you out. The name's Jorund. I lost everything battling the Great Calamity. I'm only good for fishing these days. Enough of the past. Now listen up. You can see a fish are close to the water surface by looking for moving shadows on the water. The more common the fish, the more shadows are in one spot you'll see. Just cast your line and wait for a bite. Got it? Good. Now go out there and bring me back a cerulean darter. It's quite common around here. Okay. Common, uncommon, rare. Okay. Spots change daily and can appear in all bodies of water. Got you. What about this thing? Oh my gosh, yes, you made it so I could pet them. You are awesome! Press any button to stop the arrow. You catch the fish when the arrow stops in the colored area. If there are 2 colored areas, smaller rewards and additional bonus. I got the fish. Here is your fish. Caught anything yet? You can see a fish are close by the water surface. The more common the fish, the more shadowed. Here you go. Huh, not bad. Here, take this old lure of mine. It might come in handy. Okay. Half a second, guys. Okay, manage fishing lures, options in the fishing rod in the toolbar. Okay, we'll sort that out in a second. Alrighty, guys, sorry about that. I had to sort out my dinner tonight. Let's see here. What was I? Clear skills. No. How did I open my bag? Was it B? Escape? Options. Controls. Interact. Okay, yeah. Inventories. Q. 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 Or, no? Oh, there we go. That's what I meant. Okay. Decrease arrow speed, but also decreases the chance for higher quality fish. It's not. I do wonder if they're, like, endless, or if eventually they run out of fish. So, we checked out that way. What's this old house? Go this way! Oh. Looks for an exclamation point to start a quest and question mark to progress a quest. Seeing ... means you haven't talked that day. Okay. Here's the tutorials by selecting the tutorial button. Hello. How are you settling in? I know I told you this when you first arrived, but as a reminder, I run this general store, which sells all the seeds and farming supplies you'll need. I really appreciate you taking over the old farm. I saw how devastated Arnfell was after the Great Calamity, and it's wonderful we have you to help sell supplies to the city. Wait, okay. Well, let's go and plant these then. My name's Tana, and I am the guild liaison for the Arnfell Adventurers Guild. It's my job to handle any correspondence from the guild, as well as to evaluate traveling adventurers who wish to enter the dungeon. In a few days, once you've had a chance to settle in, I'd be happy to walk you through the process if you're interested in dungeon diving. Yes, of course I'm interested, but why does it have to be in a few days? I'm right here. And so is the dungeon. You meet again. You may call me Lady of Valeska. Arnfell has always been my home, but I couldn't stay after the Great Calamity. While I wish I was able to help more with the reconstruction, I'm not as young as I used to be. Thankfully, I've been quite happy with my retirement thus far. But enough about me. I'm sure you have your hands full with that old farm, but don't forget I can upgrade your farming tools. For a price, of course. I don't have anywhere near that amount of money. This looks like it might be the tavern. It's great to see newcomers in the village. We haven't had nearly as many traveling adventurers since the Great Calamity. You can call me Garen. My wife Helena runs the tavern while I handle the kitchen. Farming is hard work, so you'll want to eat good food to keep your energy up. During the evening, you can buy food in the tavern, but you can also make your own food and elixirs at the fireplace in your farmhouse. If you use high-quality ingredients, your dish will also be higher quality. So how about it? Bring me Traveler's Mix and I'll give you the recipe for coral root sticks. Trust me, you're going to want to start making tastier dishes once you try eating Traveler's Mix. Okay. My name's Helena. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm the owner of the village tavern. It's great to see a new face around here. Before the Great Calamity, this tavern was filled with traveling adventurers passing through, but now that Arnfell is rebuilding, most don't bother to travel out this far. But just because we don't get many travelers doesn't mean our fare is subpar. My husband Garen is an amazing cook, and our menu rotates often, so don't be a stranger, you hear? Hi, my name's Finn. I'm the local carpenter around here, so if you have anything you want to build, I'm your guy. I also sell farm animals and supplies for taking care of them. I'm excited for you to get the old farm up and running. My brothers all work for the Arnfeld Adventurers Guild and have said how great it is to have study supplies from villages like ours. Old broken down windmill. Everyone's at the tavern suddenly. Oh, wow, okay. Welcome, you can come here. Yeah, I live above the library with my brother Eric. We lost our parents during the Great Calamity. It feels like a weight's been lifted to know that our village is helping with the reconstruction efforts in Arnfell. On a lighter note, while most of the books here are free, I do sell rare books that come in from passing caravans. Let me know if you're interested. Oh hi, I'm Eric. I'm a researcher from the Arnfell Academy. The history of this village hasn't been studied much, so the Academy is sponsoring my research here. Did you know Pine Lily Village is the oldest village in the region? It doesn't look it, because the original village was mysteriously destroyed over 100 years ago, long before the war and the Great Calamity. Except for the temple and a few ruins, none of the original buildings are still standing today. No one knows why. The village was destroyed, but I'm determined to find out. Anyway, can you help me find my magnifying glass? I lost it the other day while I was out digging for artifacts, and I think I might have accidentally buried it. I've heard that spellbook companions can learn locator spells. You should talk to Lady Valeska. She was the spellcrafting professor at Arnfell Academy, so maybe she can help. I think I will need to be in my house to be able to properly help you. Talk to me in the morning, okay? Something about ruins. Maybe they're up this way? World map can be accessed. Okay. Oh, what do we have here? Looks like someone new to play with. You know, we haven't had a human interested in our lanterns in ages. Well, we did scare away the last few. Anywhere, there used to be a human long ago who was able to lure all kind of interesting insects to our lanterns. She even logged which bugs were lured by what. But that wouldn't be any fun at all. Precisely, so instead of her boring notes, we'll tell you riddles instead. That's way better than just giving the answer. Oh, and keep an eye out for our lanterns. We've claimed quite a few places as ours over the years. Look for our lanterns and you'll find more riddles to solve. This is going to be so much fun. You need to place bait on the menu, then wait a day. To know what bait to place, you need to solve a riddle, clicking by view riddle. Okay. It starts as a seed in a shell smooth and round. It holds the potential for a grand tree once found. Smooth and round. It's not gonna be a pine cone. Okay. Ooh. This fish is more rare. Oh. Okay. And then what's over here? Not available for the demo. You can mine resources in the quarry here. After defeating dungeon bosses, more valuable resources will spawn over time. Stone chest is old and weathered and has 3 recesses on the front of it. Looks like a carved gemstone could go in each recess. Check it. Unfortunately, you don't have 3 gemstones in your backpack. Okay, so this is the quarry. Got it. Rocks stuck together with frost. You'll have to wait until summer or fall to be able to remove rocks from the stairs. Okay. So you have to wait until summer or fall to be able to progress into that area. What's this symbol mean? Oh, it's quest. Okay. What's this way? Because I has a curious, so I'm gonna check again. Ooh, hello. Feel a faint magical presence around the ancient altar. You also hear an almost imperceptible humming sound coming from the offering bowl. Oh, I have enough. Here you go. Humming sound is now slightly louder. I don't have enough yet. But I'm getting there. Take gate behind a magical bear. Completing all the offerings will let you access it. Okay. So many unusual mushrooms growing in the slug. You wonder if you'll be able to explore deeper into the grove someday. It blocks you. Okay. Guess let's go to sleep. Oh wait, before we do that, let's put these in. Alright, hold one moment, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. There we go. If you're ever not sure what to do, talk to villagers, complete quests, decorate your farm, and explore the surrounding area. Bright and sunny tomorrow. Don't have the supplies needed for that yet. Why does it keep popping up? So that's pine cone. Acorn. Maybe it's an acorn. Option when selecting cook dish. Okay, but I need more stone as well. So well, it's still daylight. Let's go to the... Oh. Sometimes it's hard to live so far away from the city. We're more than 3 days' journey from Arnfell, which is where my family lives. I could really use one of my brother's famous scones fresh from the oven. I was always getting into fights growing up. I hated bullies and refused to back down. I much prefer to talk about my differences than fight now, but I have to admit that fighting spirit helped me land my apprenticeship with the Adventurers Guild in Arnfell. Oh, you want your companion to be able to locate buried objects? Specific locator spells are very draining, but a more general one wouldn't take nearly as much magic. It wouldn't have a very large range, but your companion would be able to find anything buried near you. Sounds like that will fit your needs nicely. Stand over there, this won't take very long. There, that should do it. I'm sure Eric will be happy to hear your companion can now locate his magnifying glass. Please come back if you see any adverse side effects. Guessing this is the library. It's the one I didn't get to see before. Spent a lot of time in the Arnfell Library growing up. Eric and I were raised by our grandparents, and I always enjoy spending my afternoons getting lost in the shelves while they were busy. If I had the money? Yes. Glad to hear Lady Valeska was able to help. To be honest, she scares me a bit, but she has so much knowledge. I should try harder to talk to her more. What do you need? Oh, yes, of course. I think my magnifying glass is near the windmill here in the village. Let me know if you find it. Let's go and talk to Ben, because he's on the way. Carpentry runs in my family. I grew up with a saw in one hand and a hammer in the other. I was always underfoot in my parents' shop, but they're happy I'm carrying on the family tradition. How can I help you? Perfect, I've been looking for a challenge. Oh, okay. Inventory upgrade. Ooh, nice. Pen, brush. Not what I want to do. Now I've got to come back all the way down. Yay! Were you able to find it? Yes. It was. Thank you so much. I'll be able to dive into my studies again. Oh, and I'm sure there are lots of other interesting artifacts buried in the area. If you happen to find any, please bring them to me. I'm trying to establish a museum above the library to display any artifacts found. The history of this village is just so interesting. I want others to be able to learn about it too. Okay. And now I can give the traveler's mix to Gavin. Good to see you here. The food is excellent and the wine's not too bad, if I do say so myself. Most of the village gathers here each night to unwind and catch up. I hope we see you here often. Did you make the traveler's mix yet? You can make dishes. Yeah, I did here. Great job. This is quite skillfully made. As promised, here's the recipe for coral root sticks. They're crunchy, but sweet and very refreshing after a hard day's work. Hopefully soon you'll be able to harvest your own coral roots to make them. Okay. Does that mean that I have to use it, or... Okay, and I can't access my inventory in there. Can't access my inventory out here either. Oh, hello. Let's see. Hard outer layer and a surprise. Inside it's a morning staple ready to provide. Staple. It's like a temple. I probably shouldn't enter without permission. Solve the riddle! See? You can only catch each bug in the dungeon once per day. You don't have to wait a day to harvest them. Having sound slightly increased. Oh, flame bug. I don't have one yet. To collect it. Let's see what we can catch here. Aha! Oh, I should have waited until a smaller reward. Okay. Doesn't look it. My dog here is named Kuma. I got him when he was just a puppy. I was in a dark place at the time, but Kuma helped me through. It really is a small village. It's not a bad thing, though. It's cozy. Still means I need to water things today. That all watered. Oh. Hey there. Hope you're settling in well. As the official Arnfell Adventurers Guild liaison, I want to talk to you about entering the dungeon north of our village. You're a member of the guild, so I'm sure you're itching to go dungeon diving. Come, walk with me. Yes, dungeon! As a liaison, it's my job to vet anyone who wishes to enter the dungeon. The dungeon itself is officially classified as a Category 2, but it's not very well explored. First floor of the dungeon used to be a mine, but was abandoned for obvious reasons long ago. The lower floors haven't been explored at all, so I want you to make sure you're prepared. Through this door is the dungeon, but there are two things you'll need before I'll let you enter. First, you will need food. You may find old supply caches in the dungeon, but it's best to take your own. Talk to Garen, I'm sure he will help you out. Second, you need a way to defend yourself. Looks like your spellbook companion doesn't know any combat spells. Talk to Lady Valeska. I'm sure she'll be able to help. Okay. 5 barrels of grain, 3 crates of... Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just sorting out inventory for the general supply... And for the general store, I would hate to run out of any supplies you might need. Oh. You want to go into the dungeon, but your spellbook companion doesn't know any spells? Well, luckily for you, I was a professor of spellcrafting. Now, I'm happy to give you some basic spells, but for more powerful ones, I will ask for a monetary compensation. Your companion will also need to gain more combat experience before they are ready for different elemental magics, such as lightning or fire. Here, you're welcome to my old lectern to manage your spells. Good. Now, before you go, I would like to encourage you to experiment with different spells once your companion has gained more combat experience. Some elemental spells have unique synergies that would behoove you to explore. Feel free to return to the lectern to exchange spells whenever you wish. You best go back and talk to Tana, now that you can defend yourself. But I also need some food. Gimme food. So you want to enter the dungeon? Well, I'm glad Tana told you to get supplies. There are many different benefits that food can give you, other than being delicious, of course. Many cooked dishes will boost your health and energy, but there are other beneficial side effects to certain dishes. I know when I got from a village elder not too far from here who swears it can counteract negative magical effects. I've never tried it myself, but I'd be happy to share the recipe with you. I was actually experimenting with that recipe last night, and I gave it to my wife Helena to try. She might still have some you can take with you. Oh, and I'm sure she also has some leftovers to give you from last night. I sometimes get a bit ambitious about how much our village can eat in one night. Oh, sure, I'm happy to help. Here, take this river medley and some leftovers from last night. I'm sure they will help you greatly while you're in the dungeon. Let's go down here and talk to everybody else for a start. Or except for thingy. Except for Gerard. Gerund? So cool you get these shipments. Yeah, it was actually pretty easy to convince the caravans to give me a lot of this. Most people don't recognize the historical value of these items. A lot of it is junk too. How can I help you? Oh. Is this one? Fascinating. Where would you like to place it? Here. Used to be some creatures' homes. They must have wanted an upgrade. Alright, let's talk to Finn. It's apparently actually in his home for once. It's fun to hang out with Eric. I've learned so much about this village and its history. While he can ramble on sometimes, I suppose I'd do as well if you asked me about woodworking. Everybody's got their passions. Nothing wrong with that. Excellent. I see you've talked with Garen and Lady Valeska. Now, onto the fun part. Above my office here, I have a training room where you can try out those new spells. It's filled with practice dummies to let you get comfortable with casting. After you defeated at least one practice dummy, we'll talk about entering the dungeon itself. This tip, bring cooked dishes and elixir for healing. You won't be able to heal until after you defeat them. Okay, so this is basically like giving you a bunch of spell tips as well. Well done, I think you're ready for the real thing now. I open the dungeon entrance every morning, but I lock it in the evenings, so make sure you enter on time. I have a few more things to explain, so please meet me inside the dungeon. After that, I promise you'll be able to dive right in. Okay. There we go. Okay. carrying any... What? I have them on my bar. This is the last area before you're in the dungeon proper. To enter deeper, you need to go through this door. Be warned, the dungeon is ever-changing, and once you leave a room, you won't be able to go back. Each floor of the dungeon is guarded by a powerful boss creature, and the closer you are to the boss, the stronger the normal creatures become. As I just demonstrated, this crystal structure is the only way you can exit the dungeon. If you see one, regardless of floor, you can use it to teleport back to this room, but be warned, once you teleport back, it will be nighttime, and you won't be able to enter the dungeon again until the following day. Congratulations, you may now freely enter the dungeon. I wish you luck and happy dungeon crawling. Scroll in each door indicates what lies ahead. Combat, elite combat, fishing, teleport, puzzle, bugs, and mining. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to go back to the forest. Once you fill this progress tracker, you can fight the boss. Larger icons indicate a crystal teleporter. Okay. Oh, here we go. Got some crystallized slime. I don't want to try elite yet. Emerald. Interesting. Okay, let's go this way. Nine house. Okay. 10. Powering up for future attack. And no. No future attacks for you. Oh. Oh. Tarnished ring. Interesting. Go over here. Fish or mine? Do fish. What the? Why is there a snake? Sunrise kelp. Rockfish. Oh, we lost it. Okay, 3 chances at each fishing spot while in the dungeon. Okay. Let me take the rockfish. Yeah. Wrong buttons. Nope. He disappeared into the rock. I wish I'd been able to... Okay, so this is the crystal. I don't have the bag space, so... Let's go and stop in the tavern and talk to Jorund. And then I've got to drop stuff at my place. Got something in the dungeon north of town. Fishing is great, but don't let your guard down when you're in there. Dungeons are dangerous places. I'm relieved it's finally spring. It's always so hard to keep up my exercise routine in the winter. Came to this village in an attempt to retire. I was tired of academy life and wanted to live somewhere more peaceful. I miss some of the creature comforts of the city, but I enjoy village life. Just come and put away iron, attunement crystal. I know I'm selling an artifact I haven't shown to Eric yet, but I have another. Yay! Flame bug. Alright, and now if we come over here, we can put a flame bug in. What the? What? Oh. If you don't go to sleep before the night's over, you will faint. Visual tablet. Hello? Found an old scroll with instructions on creating stone lanterns. Okay, I get it. I gotta go home. Let's go. Ooh, the flowers for glowing. Windy tomorrow. I've got mail. Congrats on finishing Tana's trial and being allowed to enter the dungeon freely. I want to give you the recipe for health elixir you used during the trial. The insects that are found in the dungeon have superior restorative properties, I promise. Okay. Hey there, now that you've settled in more, I want to encourage you to start ranching on your farm. I sell animal pens as well as baby animals and feed to get you started. If you've got extra gold, then you should consider also buying a pen upgrade. Alright. Congratulations on acquiring permission to enter the dungeon. You can now gather attuned crystals, which are used at ritual stones to transmute raw materials. You'll need to repair the ritual stone in your farm first. Come talk to me, and I will assist with that task. Okay. Alright, well, unfortunately, guys, that's all the time I have for Seeds of Calamity. But thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to keep up to date on all the videos, and remember to free the feral wildflower in you. Bye-bye!